morning. It is AMA day. You know what that means. I am supposed to go on Do Not Disturb and mute and all of the things. It's going to be a day, let me tell you. But first, so what is happening with my makeup? I tell you, today is going to be a little wonky. I'll tell you why here in just a second. If you have questions, you know what to do. You put a Q in front of your question if you want to ask anything. Video creation, tech, processes, systems, I know you love talking about systems, how you show up more confidently on camera. If you have questions about video live streaming, put a Q in front of that, and then it will make its way in my queue. And I'm going to get to your questions here shortly, but first I have to tell you why it's just going to be a wonky day. It's just going to be a wonky day because I got no sleep last night, and apparently no sleep means I don't know how to put on my makeup properly. I'm looking at this like, what is happening? I am in my squeaky chair today that I'm getting rid of next week. Thank goodness. I can't wait to get rid of this thing. But I needed a chair today because I have had zero sleep all night long. I launched my first city complaint. I feel like a big girl today. So all night long, they were jackhammering right outside my window. I yelled out the window. I was a sight last night. I yelled out the window. They couldn't hear me because they were jackhammering. So I got dressed and got downstairs and started yelling at them. And they were like, I don't know, talk to that guy. Don't talk. No, there was nobody over there. So this morning I lodged my first city hall complaint and said, that's not right. They gave us no notice, no nothing, but all night long were they jackhammering and going nuts. So I just realized I don't have my comments up on screen. Hold up, please. Good morning, Gretchen. How are you all? Okay. First, so Love Audio was the first, apparently. Stuart, hello. Haven't caught the stream for a long time. Finally, a day off. This doesn't look good. Here we go. Hold on. I got a new profile today. So we're just making live adjustments. That doesn't look good at all. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? We're just going to go with it. How are you all, though, is what I want to know. Let's see. Nope. You were not first, David. You were not first. Cool. So from a cloudy and somewhat drizzly Beaverton. Oh, you're in Beaverton. Cool. Yeah, it's a little cloudy here too. No sleep lure yet. TM. The squeaky chair is going away. End of an era. I know. Good morning, Angelo. Nice to see you. Hello, Keisha. Nice to see you as well. Stephen George in the house from the UK. Hello, JFK CJ. Info in the house as well. I don't know why it's not holding. I'm going to throw up another comment because this is, oh yes. If you are in Florida, please be safe. Well, that's not right. I'm trying to fix this comment thing. It's not looking good. I'm going to have to wait I guess. Hold on. Hold tight. Probably Paul is yelling at me right now. Paul has got to be yelling at me. Okay, hold please. We're going to go back to dynamic. There we go. That's looking better. Here we go. Now I'm happy. A little happier, at least. I'm in a mood today. So y'all brace yourself. I will try not to yell at anybody other than the people making me have zero sleep. If you just joined us, go ahead and type Q in front of the question. If you have any questions at all, including why they were jackhammering, I don't know. I have no idea. Happier. I don't think I'm going to be happy today. I call it quits on today after this stream. Hello from Singapore, 1 a.m. What are you doing up at 1 a.m.? Thank you so much for joining me. we are heading to Cali, and I will be heading to Creator Camp, Ecamm's conference, not tomorrow. I'm going to say everything wrong today, just heads up. Next week, so Rory, I guess I'll see you there. Who else is going to Creator Camp that we get to hang out? My cabin, just heads up, is killing it. I'm just going to call it now. They are just doing an amazing job. While I was in Mexico, if you didn't follow along on my Mexico saga, is that the right word? You can find all of those pics on social. I was in Cabo speaking at Cabo Press, a conference held in the pool. Can't go wrong there. But it was honestly an amazing experience. Chris Lemma, who puts it on, his whole goal with Cabo Press is, let's get your mind free of all of the day-to-day. Let's not stuff you in a conference room where your creativity is stifled and all you're doing is taking notes and having conversations. Yes, but this is an attempt in his 10th year this year of running it, and it was by far one of the best conference experience I've ever had, not just because we were in Cabo, but also the conversations that were occurring. And I have lots to share with you on that front. So if you are not on our email list, I would highly suggest that you actually get on our email list, because I'm going to be sharing some details. I'm going to share some details. I was just reading comments and catching up with you. Lessons, takeaways, etc., etc. Yes, I would like some coffee. I did have some coffee, but so she thinks, dun dun dun. What is this regarding? Hello. Why is there another Prime Day? Didn't we have our? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Everybody's talking about a Prime Day, and I'm like, what's happening? Why are we in Prime Day? We just had another Prime Day in July. Is this normal? Keisha, see you. Nah. Starfleet streamers, nah. You guys don't have anything on the Balloonicorns. All right, we have some questions coming in. If you have not gotten your questions answered, or if you have not gotten your questions in the queue, go ahead and do so now with a queue in front of your question so it makes its way into my queue. Add anything you wish to go on sale Amazon Prime Days for your Amazon wish list. Then they will sometimes email you when something is on sale. Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's looking nasty too. Hold, please. There. Oh boy. Okay. So, I don't know why there's another Prime Day, but Coffee Rush to the rescue. Okay, real quick before, no. Not Balloonicorn. No, I don't get the Aurora way down south in Washington. I am part of an Aurora Facebook group, the Washington Facebook group, and honestly, I'm gonna unfollow it because I'm just sick of all of the people getting all of the Auroras this year and me not seeing any of it. So there's that. But I should have just when the jackhammering started, I should have just been like, you know what? I am just gonna go up north and maybe I'll get some stuff. What? There were northern lights in Utah? What the heck? Okay, to be fair, I didn't look probably at the right time last night, so I was just being grumbly. Pink and purples and greens. I'm so jealous. Damn. Okay. All right. So, hello. By the way, I thought Matt was in here. I thought I saw Matt come in. Okay, questions coming in. Then we're gonna tackle a couple questions. Then we're going to do some trivia. So get your thinking caps on, because I don't have one. I know. It was saying that there's a Prime Day once a month. Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, first question came from Natalie. Do I need a master mount if I have the Elgato prompter? I think the camera can sit on the back of it. So you, Natalie, do you have the the teleprompter pack, where I show you how to set it up? So you can use the L bracket on the master mount, or sorry, on the Elgato prompter. You will need, the prompter has to sit on something. So the prompter, you already have, I'm assuming you bought from the Bold Video Bundle, the whole kit. So the mount that you're using for the camera, you just use that same mount. You don't need an additional one to put the prompter on. And then the camera can go on the L bracket if you want, and or it can sit on a separate mount if you so prefer. All right. So next question. Oh, Gretchen. I'm angry. I'm very, very angry about the Auroras. Okay, so you guys keep putting Q in front of your question to get your questions answered. If you are participating in an Amazon Prime Day, because apparently that's a thing today, I didn't know until people started telling me that it was a thing. Then tell me what you're buying, because I have not had a chance to look. That's another thing that while I was awake all freaking night because of the jackhammers, I'm just gonna keep harping on it because I'm angry. I could have looked at Amazon Prime Day deals for you guys, but I did not. I did not. All right, so next question, John, random Northwest question. So John just moved to the Pacific Northwest. JV, as soon to be new resident. Wait, soon to be? Did you not move yet? What would your go-to place be for coffee? Depends on where you are. If you're in Beaverton, I got no idea. It's been a very long time since I visited Beaverton. If you're in Portland proper, I got no idea. It's been very long since I visited Portland proper. If you're in Vancouver, Washington, then I got no idea because I don't go out for coffee. I really only do coffee in my own little town, or which is like a local shop, which is my favorite, or I make it at home. So I'm really zero help to you, JV, in your search for coffee, but I'm sure somebody else, we have Pacific Northwest people who maybe can help you out in the comments, because I'm going to be zero help to you whatsoever. Wendy says, I have a Kanzi prompter. I needed to buy an iPad for this. Is this how all teleprompters are? Should I have bought a different one? Okay, so let's talk about teleprompters. And okay, hold on. So talking about teleprompters, there are two kinds of teleprompters. One is an iPad or iPhone Bluetooth teleprompter setup. The second is an LCD screen, which is my favorite kind. Now, the reason that people go for the Bluetooth option is because of the cost. It is much cheaper if you already have an iPad or iPhone that you're willing to use for it. However, it relies on Bluetooth, which is a terrible technology. If I could do anything, if I had the power to change one technology, it would be to improve Bluetooth. How many times do your earbuds, fail on you all the time? So in a live environment, and or when you're recording videos, using a Bluetooth teleprompter, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten frustrated or lost my connection while shooting. And especially in a live environment, well, you shouldn't be scripting live anyway, because you just don't want to risk that. But in a live environment, it's the worst time that you could, or you're doing an interview, it's the worst time that you could lose that Bluetooth connection. So I am not a fan of Bluetooth teleprompters. if you use one, like several people, say they love it. And they're happy enough with it. So if you're still within the return window, Wendy, then I would suggest, you don't have a Bluetooth or you don't have a iPad already. So go ahead and just swap that out for the Elgato teleprompter, which I have a whole series of videos on. That is only like $400. So the cost for an LCD monitor, it is a small monitor, it's 9 inches, but it's good enough. It's good enough for most purposes. And so I would recommend using the Elgato teleprompter. I do have the teleprompter mastery pack, which includes the how to set up, like step by step by step, how to set up the teleprompter, deal with any troubleshooting issues that might occur, as well as how to actually read from a teleprompter with ease and sounding human. And I know I don't sound human today, but that's what it is, just because of no sleep. So the other thing that you can do with the teleprompter, and I want a number in the comments, how many of you use a teleprompter to look your interviewee in the eye and or put your Zoom calls on there so that you're actually looking people in the eye? Right now, if I am looking at me, my like what you guys are seeing, I am seeing on my teleprompter right now. That way I know if I have something in my teeth, I'm going to see it. If I'm doing a coaching call or a Zoom interview, Zoom, call of any kind, then I can put that on the teleprompter and then it is a better experience for the people on the other end, because you're not doing this awkward downward thing constantly, right? Where you're not actually looking at them. Oh, teleprompter is a Prime Day deal in the UK, £50 off. We will try and get you links to that so that you can do that. Laria's pro tip of the day: don't eat a spinach salad just before going live. Very, very true. Very true. Yes, Stuart uses it this way. Kathleen uses it this way. Yeah. These are really, like, the teleprompter can change your world. And so if you want more information on that, you can actually access the teleprompter mastery pack by going to livestreamingpros.com/prompter. By the way, OMG, I have something to tell you. So we're going to do trivia here in a second. Keep those questions coming. I'm going to come back to them. But while I was in Mexico, the magical Mr. Paul Dixon did something. You want to know what? Give me a yes in the comments if you want to know what the magical Mr. Paul Dixon, who is in the chat room right now, did for y'all. I'm super loving it. It's super cute. Oh, two things, which I don't have. Yes, I do. I have loaded. Oh my gosh. Yes, so go to Guitar Academy. Welcome. First time joining this live stream. We're so glad you're here. Please do keep those questions coming. If you have specific questions around your Zoom calls, let me know. So Stuart says, yes, please, wants to know what the magical Mr. Paul Dixon did. All right, so I'm going to show you what he did. These are now in the store. So the first one is these little overlays, which is super cute, just in time for Valentine's Day, a few months early. Not that I celebrate Valentine's Day, but like different varieties, different colors. How cute are those? Super, super cute. You've got like silver, you've got red, you've got pink. So you can use these to express your emotions during a video or live stream. And Renee, you just ruined one of my trivia questions. You can't do that to me. Oh my God, I use confetti all the time. I want those hearts, right? So those are available on the store right now. But he also did something else. We now have a desk view, essentially different, these are countdown timers. So a lot of people have asked us for something like this. And so he went to town to create this desk view profile that you can download and literally just, if you're using Ecamm, for example, you just double click that, it opens all the way up and you are ready to rock and roll. So a BRB screen, you can change this text, of course, interview. This is so cute. How cute is this? It looks professional, but also like it has personality, right? So you have these interview scenes. You have up to 4 interviews sections. You can create presentations by putting information in like this. You can do this cute little Pip share screen icon. You have 2, 3, and 4 for different people. And then you have a thanks for watching. So how freaking cute is that? I adore this profile. It is now available in the store. It actually was available last week. And I believe it's discounted for the launch of it. I didn't get a chance to tell you while I was in Cabo about this, but yes, exactly. Whoa, okay, that's not, I didn't have that. Let me get you back into this one, which then now I can throw the comment on. Keisha loves the overlays. Aurorio, am I saying that right? Wow. Aren't they so super cute? I love them. They're great. I hope you enjoy you can change the desk color or material. Nice. Wait, hold on. Hold, please. Let me go back to those and see. Okay, so I could, backgrounds, different backgrounds. So, you could go pink or wood or any color you want, or you can do the wood. Ooh, that's so pretty. I'm playing live because I really just loaded it in like immediately right before. What does that one do? You could take those off. You could put them back on. So you could have a few different like views. How awesome is that? Loving. Great job. The magical Mr. Paul Dixon. Oh, my version. I didn't get the version that y'all get. I only have one wood option, but the full profile that you're going to get download in the store apparently has a lot more options for you to play around with. So there you go. Yes, you can use them in vMix as well. Incredible overlays. Fantastic. Okay. Lots of questions still coming through real quick. If you are late, if you we've got the trivia. I'm gonna expect you guys to get this one. You fail it all the time. Oh, you can't use them. Sorry. Can't use them moving right. Sorry. Is there just Ecamm only and EDMOs? Almost done. Get those answers in. A, B, C, or D. All right, here we go. Is that better with the music? Sorry about the volume there. Eggs. C. Who got that? Who got that right? Let's see. Paul Dixon says coffee crisps. French press finance got it right. Everybody else got it wrong, except Oreo. Okay, you guys, how many times do I have to do the same trivia question before you get it right? I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. All right. We also have a second, before I get to more questions, we also have a second, for real, eggs and coffee crisp. Roy says at least one more time. I don't know. I don't have faith in y'all anymore because I've asked you this multiple times and you always answer it wrong. And I'm starting to wonder if you're actually answering it wrong on purpose. So I'm not really sure what my thought is on that. Now, Speaking of trivia, I do actually want to throw this one out. This is not something I've had a chance to even tweet about, email about, or tell you anything about. So if you already know, you did not hear it from me, but I want to see how many of you know what's going on in the world of YouTube. Starting on October 15th, YouTube Shorts can be how long? They're currently under a minute, so a minute max. How many minutes can your shorts be going forward? This was news announced while I was in Cabo. Everything was happening while I was in Cabo and unable to tell you about anything. We've got, let's see, we've got some answers coming in. We've got B. Did everybody get it right? Did everybody get it right? Holy wow, you guys. Paul guessed. Paul's trying to throw y'all off. Paul is trying to throw y'all off with a wrong answer. But he didn't get you. He didn't get you. So yes, so now YouTube Shorts can be 3 minutes long going forward from October 15th. We had some questions about this in our group coaching call yesterday. And so I wanted to kind of give you the down low? On the down low. That doesn't feel like correct usage of that phrase, but we're just going to go with it. Starting October 15th, they can be 3 minutes long. If they're vertical or square, then they will automatically be uploaded as a short and go into the shorts feed. In anything landscape, will get automatically uploaded as a normal video. So yeah. Marco in the house, the lowdown. and for the lowdown, I give you the lowdown. Is that what I'm understanding? Does Callie like a 3-minute egg? Linking the two questions together. I don't know the answer to that. Does that make the longer shorts or shorts longer? I saw a bunch of like memes around this. You guys are brilliant. You're brilliant. I saw a bunch of memes around this and like people were posting pictures of like shorts, like short shorts and then long shorts. And essentially they were saying like, these are now YouTube shorts. I thought it was funny. More like board shorts now. Yes, they're board shorts. I didn't know squirts were a thing. Square shorts. So this question came up, and I actually asked for clarification on this from the creator liaison, and I was like, square shorts? Like, is this a new thing? Because I've never even heard of squirts. But apparently you can upload shorts in square format, but nobody really does. So if you want to play around with that to stand out, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know that experience wouldn't like, I'm guessing it's just black. Creator liaison, can you clarify? Is it just black? If you upload a square short, is it just black around the screen everywhere else? Because the taller shorts now, not taller, but longer. Like they fill up the whole screen. Anyway, I have not seen squirts. Square, that sounds wrong. No, we're not going to go there. Okay, coming back to your questions. We've got more trivia for you. Don't forget to go grab that new pack in the store as well, or the heart emojis. I feel like squirts are good for using captions sometimes. Yes, if you're repurposing from Insta, fantastic. Suggestion from Callie as well. I have seen square long form videos. It was so old TV like, but it was a fresh video. Interesting. On the watch page, it just fills the top of the screen with comments below. If you go full screen, it gets letterboxed in black. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Official answers. Okay, coming back to your questions. We've got Stuart asking, am I old school? by still doing countdown at the start and doing hellos over that time. Do viewers like it? Do catch-up viewers like it? I feel my audience does. Torn to cut or not? Stuart, great question. And what we're talking about is countdown timers at the beginning of your stream, like you see in this new pack, like this. Or this, right? So you can do countdown timers. My recommendation for countdown timers is to use that as either like playing music with transparency like I do, or use that as catch-up time. You could add your camera to those countdown timers too, and use it to, check in, do check-ins, have everybody say where they're from, ask them, just getting started questions. If you're going to use a countdown timer, make it engaging. Otherwise, you're not going to see benefit from that countdown timer. Unless you're doing something like a presentation or a live event, virtual events or live promotion event, webinars, masterclasses, things like that, then countdown timers don't necessarily have to be as engaging. However, regular live streams, yes, they do. And I haven't been using countdown timers myself, just playing and testing. And I'll be honest, it was during the reason I started testing that was just some conversations that I was having with other creators, and I wanted to test the theory of no countdown timer. And to be honest, I haven't looked at analytics to see the difference, so I've got no data for you. But I can look at that, at some point, and we can kind of have that discussion. So the reason that I like countdown timers is because it gives people time to get in before the show officially starts, and that notifications have time to get sent out, especially on like Facebook. Facebook notifications, if you're streaming there, will not all send at once. So be very aware of that. They don't get all sent at once. What they do is, what Facebook does is it'll send out some notifications, and then if you're getting engagement, if people are commenting, then it'll start to send out more when it sees that this is something that people want to watch. So that's one of the reasons that I like it, is that time to get those notifications sent out. It also gives you time to fix any tech issues, especially during a presentation style live, versus just like a hangout like this AMA. Not really necessary. I was fixing stuff on the fly, as you saw, right? So those are some things to think about. Viewers definitely don't really like watching that on replay. So if it's an educational based stream versus like a Q&A, I would actually chop that off. However, like on YouTube, if you edit a live stream, those comments get hidden. And I've begged for that to not be the case. But their response is, how would we sync the comments to the right part of the video? I think it can be done, but I'm not a developer, so I may just be wishing for nothing. But Facebook does it, so I feel like it can be done. But we'll see if that ever gets changed on YouTube. I use countdown timers prior to a launch masterclass and play music while people are getting ready before we start. Yes, exactly. That's a great use of countdown timers, Wendy, for sure. Yeah, so Facebook definitely does that. Okay, coming back to, it is almost Halloween at Live Screaming Pros. We usually do a Halloween stream, don't we? I'm not going to be able to. I will be traveling. Didn't think about that. We may have to figure something else out for Halloween. Do we have Halloween stuff on the store, Paul, right now? We've always had. I think it just always stays there. So if you're going to be doing live stuff during Halloween, Paul will correct me if I'm wrong, but it should be on the like packs on the store, to be able to use fun Halloweenish overlays and countdown timers and all of that. So that could be a super fun experience for your audience. Go to Guitar Academy says, first time joining the live stream. I already said welcome. I'm wondering if you have any tips, advice on leveling up my Zoom guitar lesson, specifically audio and visuals. So with visuals, okay. So yes, Halloween stuff is on the stores, just might be buried lower down. But we can grab you guys a link. If you want that, say yes in the comments if you want us to grab you a link to that. Okay, so visuals. Two things when it comes to like guitar streams. I would love for you to have at least a 2-camera setup. Some of my students who do music streams have like 3 or 4 camera setups because you can get this visual this really interesting visual stuff, especially with guitars. One of my students uses like a it's just focused on the guitar. So like, let's say this was like the guitar, then the camera is just focused on that. It could either be pointing down the neck. Is that what you call that? Neck of a guitar, I believe, or it could be pointing up, or it can be pointing straight at it. So that visually is really interesting to play around with different camera angles. And using Ecamm, OBS, or vMix, you can actually set timers, or even the new Rodecaster video. This is actually something that I'm going to be talking about in the next video about this device. I'm going to give you some tips on how to use this with something like Ecamm, OBS, or vMix. But one of the things you could do with this device, or just straight from software, is actually set delayed camera switches. So it could just automatically kind of rotate through these camera switches so that you don't have to take your hands off of the guitar while you're playing and switch camera angles. So viewers really like that kind of experience when it comes to music streams. And then you can always do fun things like, you know, when you're engaging with your audience, you can do things like, whoa, right? These are really fun visuals to play around with. So let's say you just, I am not a musician, just so you know, Guitar Academy, like you will know this about me, but I do have a lot of students who are. But you can like rip a new like, right? Isn't that what it's called? Like rip a new like sound? Anyway, I'm just gonna stop trying to sound like a musician. Anyway, you could do something like that, and then you could be like, "Woo!" Throw the mind blown emoji. You can use, you know, the Elgato pedal as an option for not having hand control. So that your feet control different things that you might want to trigger as well. So now you're laughing at me. Yeah, pop culture and music terms are not my thing, but all right, next question. Wendy, I do a lot of Zoom launches where I'm showing PowerPoints, but also reading speaker notes. How do I set up where I'm looking at the people? I bought your bold package. Will this teach that? So you bought the bold video bundle. The teleprompter pack, the teleprompter mastery pack, is going to be what you want to add to that. That's only $97, and that will teach you everything prompter stuff. So the one thing that I discovered that is not in any of my trainings that I discovered people did not know or have experience with is using the teleprompter like a second monitor. So people have asked me this question in our Entrepreneurs Video Club of like, how do I get something on the teleprompter, not using, you know, a full script from the Camera Hub software. So that Elgato teleprompter, or any teleprompter, serves as an additional screen. So it's just like if you were to have a second monitor in your setup. And all you do is like with the mouse, you click on an app like Zoom, and then you just you hold that mouse down and you drag it over to the monitor. You do need to make sure that you know where that monitor is set up in your system preferences in the displays section, but it's very easy. And so all you need to do is like make sure that you're clicking and holding it down and dragging it over. And that will put that zoom window on the Elgato teleprompter screen. So I'm going to add that to our training at some point, but it's not in there currently. And I just didn't realize that people didn't have experience with second monitors in that setup. But I got that question actually a lot. So that was an interest. It's very interesting when, you know, you kind of discover what your students need to hear from you, right? I do a lot of listening, a lot of asking, and that's how I create my content in my courses. Okay, next question. From Guitar, I'm wondering if you have any, we already answered that. Video like a dad. What is a good focal length lens for recording sit-down interviews with a Sony a6400? I found the 16 millimeter to be too wide. So what I would do for sit-down interviews, not remote interviews. Wait, Heidi, I'm going to come back. Wait, hold on. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? Can you tell me more about that? Okay, so when it comes to sit down interviews, I would do 3 camera angles. If you only want one, I'll tackle that. But ideally, sit down interview should have 3 camera angles. One wide shot, like the 16 millimeter, and you could zoom that in a little bit, or you could get an adjustable lens, like a lens that will zoom to different focal lengths. And so that would be the 2 shot. So you and your guest are on that wide shot. That's straight in front, looking at both of you. And then you would want one camera at an angle pointing at you, and one camera on the opposite angle pointing at your guest. And those would be close-up shots. So something like this shot right here, where it's mid-chest to head. Interviewing one person, not with host and guest. That's fine. That I'm saying for 2-person, so you and a guest, that would be the ideal setup, is having those 3 camera angles. If you only want 1 camera angle, then I feel like, you know, going to the 30 millimeter, I do have a video on this channel that shows you different camera lenses and what those actually look like in terms of the amount of information you get on the screen. When the 30 millimeter, I feel like would be a little too tight, but it may not be. So one thing you can do is, you know, here on Amazon Prime Day deal, if there's any lenses that you want to get or that are on deals, you could always just grab those and return whatever you don't want. So get a variety of different lenses, return within the return window, please, so that you're not out that money. Return whatever doesn't work. The alternative you could do is get a zoom lens that goes with a bunch of different options, test what you like, and then send that back or use it, you know, on another camera and get the lens, like figure it out, right? So like zoom that in, zoom that out, adjust it, and then look at where that lens is when you're happy with the shot, and then go buy the lens that is closest to that number. Does that make sense? Okay. Too complicated. Oh, so the second monitor was too complicated. Okay, so the reason, Heidi, that I like the second monitor, and maybe you just need, like, I wonder what was complicated about it. Is that like moving the mouse? Maybe the monitors weren't set in the right place. Let me show you what I mean by this. Okay, I'm gonna back up here. I'm gonna go into demo mode. Okay, so now you're seeing my screen. Nope, that's not what I want. I wanna go into system preferences. And then what we're gonna do is look in the displays section, somewhere here, displays. And then see how these are all of my 3 monitors on this computer. So what you can do is move these around. So this, you can you can change this to the main, like this is the main display. This is where all the controls are. And that's considered your main display. So you could move that to the Elgato prompter. I'm not going to actually do it right now because that'll throw my whole system off. But you can, make that change. If your second monitor or your Elgato prompter is you're not finding it when you move the mouse, then this is where you need to go to make sure that it's in the right position. So you're just matching the visual that you have. For me, I have my main monitor here. I then have the Elgato prompter, and then a little ways away, I have the landscape, or sorry, the portrait monitor here. And so I've put it exactly in the position that it is physically, so that my mouse moves naturally to what I would expect. So that's the first step that you want to do. And then your experience is likely going to be a lot better and easier. So Heidi, it was Heidi, right? Yeah, Heidi, let me know if that helps, or what was specifically, complicated about that for your experience. And I would love to help you, because the reason that I like it is because it helps you offload information coming in your way. So if you're doing screen shares, presentations, comments even, I've got like a hair hitting me, then that, like, offloading that information onto a second screen allows this screen, your Ecamm window, to stay in exactly its location without having to then have like all the comments and the screen share and all of that getting in your way, if that makes sense. So that's why I like additional monitors, if that is helpful. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Also rent a lens to test. You can always do that. Then the reason that I don't do rented lenses is because I would prefer to get all that money back from returning on Amazon, but that is an option. Let's see. Okay. Do you have any resources for beginner equipment specifically for guitar music lessons? I don't focus on that in terms of gear recommendations, but I'm sure that somebody so there's setup gear that's relevant to everybody. And that's what I have in my free gear list on the website. So livestreamingpros.com/gear. You can download a free gear list, and that is the same kit that we use in the Bold Video Bundle to help you set it up with ease. Now, when it comes to specifically guitar or music stuff, I don't focus on that. Again, I'm not a musician myself, so I would rather send you to somebody else who has that knowledge more so. And if you are looking for very specific guitar information or music information, I would go to Tom Buck's live streams and ask him some questions around that. Tom is a wonderful human being, and he is also a musician that helps you with live streaming as well. So that would be probably who I would go to, unless you guys want to throw in some recommendations yourself. Here in like Love Audio Production might actually have some recommendations as well here in the comments. So feel free to be a community right now and help each other out. Okay. Okay, next trivia question. Who's ready? Are you ready? Homesick Mac also has a great setup with his guitar and cameras. Watch his setup. There you go. Love the recommendations. You do not want to watch me try and play music. That's just something that you do not want. Okay. We have some more questions coming in. Put a Q in front of those questions. But let's go to, I was just talking about the Rodecaster video. So here we've got a trivia question about that. How many scenes can the Rodecaster video have? Scenes, not cameras, scenes. How many? Get those questions in. A, B, I mean, get those answers in A, B, C, or D. All right, almost time. Here we go. Answer coming. Boom, 7. See, Paul over here trying to throw y'all off. Mark Lowry in the house. How are you? Paul just trying to throw y'all off over here every time. If Paul says something, I would not follow his answers today. Usually he guesses, he doesn't do this to y'all. But y'all were right if you guessed 7. It is not unlimited. You do only have 7 scenes available on the hardware, the buttons themselves. But you can connect that device with Ecamm and extend its capabilities, and I'm actually shooting a video this week all about that, so you guys will see that. If you have questions about this device, then get them in now, because I am finishing the prep on this video today about how you use it with a software to extend its capabilities to do some really cool stuff, actually. At first I wasn't quite sure how I would use that, and then I just started like digging in and found some really cool use cases for software plus the Rodecaster video. All right. How many people ordered that device, by the way? Let me know. Okay. Love Audio says, when you've been... What did I just do? Did I hit the wrong button? Oh, no. Okay. I see what happened. When you've been on a bit of a hiatus, like me, I feel like I've been so inconsistent. I'm just going to take a squirrel moment. I feel like I've been so inconsistent lately because I've been traveling 50% of my time. I'm here 1 week, gone 1 week, here 1 week, gone 1 week. And it's been that way for a while, and it's continuing. And I haven't been consistent, so I apologize for that. Now, through the end of the year, I will also probably be fairly inconsistent, just given, you know, all the travel that I have coming up. I will try not to be. I will try to be consistent, but if you're not on my email list, now is the time to actually get on my email list, because I will send you updates on when live shows are happening. So anyway, okay, coming back to that question. When you're on a hiatus, you want to start again with live streaming. Do you have any tips? Well, one, just reacclimate yourself to the production. Find, you know, something new that you can add to it. I know that you would probably really enjoy that. But when it comes to like audience communication, what I would do in this case is build buzz towards the new live. So if you have, if you've been on hiatus, do a email, do social promotion, do some buzz building towards an event that's kicking this back off. So you can say to your audience, hey, I've been on a hiatus, but I'm coming back, and I am so excited to hang out with you, to share what's been going on, to do some new fun stuff with you, educate you on XYZ, whatever the case is, and then say we're all coming together for the new kickoff of my weekly lives, or however you want to phrase that, on X date. So put 2 weeks of like promotion into this new thing, this new event, and then you can actually then you can kind of build some excitement around you coming back to it. So if you were looking for tips on something else, let me know specifically. And Mark, of course, you have my cell. Just text me. I'm there. Mark is an old friend of mine. We go way back, and I can't wait to. Whoa. I would love to join you, Mark. Super chat from Bag 40 Firewood. Wood. When do you think these comments? When do you think Ecamm will add features to interact with live viewers like random comment picker for giveaways, etc.? It seems to have become more for live presentations. So it does all, like, obviously it doesn't do that specific thing. I do know that that's a requested feature. I don't know yet where they are in development of that or if they have plans. By the way, that's a massive super chat, I just noticed. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that. I really appreciate it. And it'll go towards Abby Fund. We'll throw that towards Abby Cheese Fund. How about that? But yeah, so I don't know that they are really like working on anything. I will ask next week when I'm out there and see if I can get some answers for you. I won't be live next week, but the following week I will be on the 22nd, I believe that Tuesday is. So put that on your calendar and come join me. I'll get answers for you and regarding that. But you can actually, do some third-party integrations with that so that you can actually do it. It's just not integrated, right? So, and it wouldn't be like you would want to share your screen with a third-party integration essentially to have that randomizer comment pick, if that makes sense. Okay. Thank you very, 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 very much for that super chat, back 40. All right. Buzz building. Got it. I changed jobs and new pub that I'm managing. So that could be a series of new live shows or recorded videos. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. First to be late today. Weren't you in here early? Did you leave me? What happened? Stream Alive has a giveaway tool. There you go. There's a suggestion for you. Yes, it's me tools. Glad to see you back here. Me too. I do apologize that my schedule has just been wonky and it will likely continue throughout the rest of the year. So don't give up on me. Pay attention to my socials, pay attention to my emails, so that you can join us as often as I'm able to go live, I will. And have some new videos coming out soon as well. Udall says, do you use a gimbal? If so, which would you recommend? I don't use gimbals. I'm not a big fan of gimbals, but I did see, hold tight, I'm just pulling up, I did see somebody give a recommendation on this recently, so let me just pull, I don't know if D. Niman is doing content these days, or what, but he focuses on mobile stuff. I focus on studio stuff. He focuses on mobile stuff. So let me just take a quick moment to see if I can find this tweet that I had seen a couple of weeks ago. Oh, it's the DJI Osmo Mobile SE gimbal that's being recommended by friends. So if you want to check that out, maybe there's a Prime Day deal on it. Who knows? So I'm not a big fan of gimbals. Maybe they've gotten better since I used them a few years ago. I just kind of gave up on them because they weren't worth the effort for me. But there you go. Wendy, yes. So any live stream that I do is, unless something goes wrong, is also replay or played back as a recorded video. So you can always, pull this same link up and it'll be there on the replay. All right, you guys. I have to jet. I am going out of town for the day because I don't travel enough. So I got to jet. I got to pack up Abby, head out of town. But I'll be back tonight. And then I will keep you guys updated on videos. If you're not following me on social, do so. You can catch up on my travel adventures that have been going on lately. I was in Cabo last week. I'll be in Boston next week for Ecamm Camp, and we'll keep you updated there. Callie is also going to be there, so we'll be back together again. And one more question. Yeah, on the road again. Yes, Stuart, great to have you as well. We're going to answer one more question. How do I multi-stream to my channel and my guest channel? Is the only way to stream to their channel by adding them as a destination. I don't want my guests to feel like I have access to their channel. They can provide you with the RTMP information from their channel, and you can set that up as a destination. Yes. So Instagram has the ability to collaborate like that without access to your channel, but not on a live stream. I think that's only like on posts. I don't think that works on lives. But that's really the only way to do it. Now, the alternative is that they just share your stream or they pull that in, technically a little bit more complicated. They pull that in and stream that back out. Your guests probably are not set up for that or technically savvy enough to do that. But I think that, if you just say, hey, if you did like a little tutorial of like, here's where to get the information from your channel, give this RTMP info to me, and then they can reset the RTMP info so that you no longer have access to their channel to stream on. So that is an option. But unfortunately, there's not a lot of platform specific capability. I would love, love, love to see YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram add this collaborative type feature so that it's a lot easier to do that. All right, you guys, throw on those dancing shoes because we are going to dance this baby out and thank our members here on YouTube for contributing, for supporting, and I really, really appreciate all of you for being here and hanging out with me and giving me grace with all my schedule craziness right now. Have a wonderful day. Stay in action this week and go do something awesome. Bye.
I've been through heartaches, I've been to heaven. I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons. No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back.